Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Music Talk Mondays. If you're a regular listener, regular viewer, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. We are live on both Twitch and on TikTok. We appreciate you guys coming down here. What we do, this is a podcast. This is a podcast where every week, Mondays, we talk about all things related to music. So whether it be about our instruments, favorite artists, or anything related to music overall, songs, bands, albums, soundtracks, you name it, that's what we talk about. So I just want to, of course, thank all of you who've tuned in last week, given such good feedback to me about all the stuff you've learned from the podcast, whether it be opinion pieces or all the musical instrument tips that I'm giving you guys. I just thank you guys so much for that, just for tuning in. And yeah, it's great. It's a fun time every time we do this. So yes. Now, before we get started on today's topic, just want to of course tell you guys where you can find me. You can find me on my website. It's EddieLamMusic.ca. It's my official website. For those on Twitch, you can see it on there. Boom. And, of course, I got social media, like I said, Twitch and TikTok. I also got Instagram. I got a YouTube channel as well, Facebook and Twitter. Find me on my username, same username, EddieLamMusic. I got all those social media goods on there. So yes. So, anyways, on my YouTube specifically, I will point out, I do things such as covers of various songs. And I also upload this podcast, too, sometimes, depending on the topic. But I feel that it's really handy. People seem to enjoy me uploading my podcast episodes onto YouTube. So I figure, if it's a really handy topic, then I'll put it on there. So, yeah. What else is there? Oh, yes. If you want to donate to me, if you do enjoy all the stuff I do, I have a Patreon. I also got a PayPal as well. It's patreon.com/music. My PayPal is paypal.me/EddieLamMusic. So, yeah, those are my things, social media platforms you can go to if you want to donate to me. So, oh yes, people have already said hi on TikTok already. Hi guys, hello, Joel Eternal. So Joel Eternal, thank you so much, my friend. Who else is there? Jenny Sapphire was another one of my loyal followers here on TikTok. Tons Jinky on TikTok. Hello, thank you so much. Thanks for enjoying my tutorials. So for those who don't know about my TikTok, I do have a TikTok channel where I do tutorials on how to play easy songs in just under 1 minute. That's the gimmick right there. So that's how it works. So I released a new one earlier tonight. I got one where you can play Imagine Dragons' song Believer. It's on there. It's very simple, guys. It only takes less than a minute to figure it out. As long as you have a capo for that one, you will be fine. So, what else is there? Oh, yeah. So on my Patreon, just to talk about that, so I got a few different deals that I got. So you can pay for things such as getting exclusive content on my Patreon page. And I also got other things, including if you want to subscribe to me once a month, and I can provide shout-out videos for you or any family member for any special occasion, whether it be a birthday, graduation, whatever it is, cheer somebody up. That's what my Patreon's for. So I'm there for you guys for that. So hold your questions, guys, till later on. I know there's some eager people that are asking me questions already. So this is how it's going to work, folks. I'm going to do a topic discussion first, and then after that, then we'll do open Q&A afterwards. So hopefully that sounds fair to you guys. Hopefully that. Oh, okay. Someone that is asking about capos. Well, yeah. So capos are usually available in music shops. You can get them for, I think, about $20-something, somewhere around there. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon too. That's just my little guess, but yeah, just look it up for sure. But yeah, a capo usually costs about $20 or so. But yeah, so Amazon or whatever music shop is right in your hometown, go for it. Oh, awesome. So I got all that stuff out of the way. What should we do? Okay, well, let's do our topic discussion for today. So we're going to do more guitar tutorial discussions. So what we're going to talk about is specifically how to play a few different types of what we call 7th chords. Now, 7th chords is all about the sound that you have where it sounds pretty. Actually, I'll play it to you first. Here's what we call an E7. So an E7 kind of has that kind of like a bluesy, almost like a bluesy-ish type sound, basically. So here's an E major. This is an E major, right? Sounds like a regular chord. Now this is E7. So what's that? So you notice the difference, right? You hear the difference right there. So the E7 kind of, yeah. So you can hear 7 chords are commonly used in things such as classic rock, blues, funk, maybe some jazz. You can hear those. You'll hear your 7th chord sometimes, and there are easy ways you can play them. Some of them are actually not as hard as you think. They're actually pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. So I'm gonna jump straight to it right away. So this is what we're going to do. For those of you on Twitch, if you have your guitar ready, also by all means go for it. Even for everyone on TikTok, if you have your guitar on you, bring it with you. Let's take it out and let's get ready. Okay. So the first one I got here is called a G7. A G7 looks like this. We put our what do you call it? Our 3rd finger, which is the ring finger. You put it on the low E, 3rd fret, and then you put the 2nd finger on the A string, which is on the 2nd fret. Okay, and then your index finger goes on that high E string, this guy here, on the 1st fret. But what this is, it's an F. Notice that note. Okay, so you notice when you play G, right? Or it sounds like that. But in the 7th chords, it goes like this. Right? And so you're playing that F in that chord there. So the reason why it's called that is because, when you think about the scale, right? So let's use G major scale as an example. So it's like G, A, B, C, D, right? E, and so on. But and then the A is obviously the higher G. So that note, right? But what we'll do is that in this one, we just play the F because the F makes that 7th chord. Because F is before G, right? So it goes like that. So it sounds just like that, basically. So pretty much that's how you do it, the G7 chord. So it's not a lot of fingers when you think about it, but it is a bit of a stretch for those who may be doing this for the first time. So it goes like that. So again, ring finger on low E, 3rd fret. 2nd finger on A string, 2nd fret. And then high E is on the 1st fret. By an index finger. So it sounds just like that. So there you go. So let's strum that a few times just to make sure you guys are used to it. So strum the G7 like this. So single strum for now. Right? So just keep doing that. Okay, keep doing that. Just so until we get used to it. Just like that. All right. And so, like I said, and this goes back to what I said in my previous podcast. So when you're learning a new chord, so say what we're doing just now, the G7th chord, So do single strum first, right? Right? And then once you get used to it, then kind of double time a little bit. You go 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that, right? And then once you get used to it, then mix up a little bit. Do more different strumming patterns just so you're used to that chord. So I go just like that. So yeah, diagram for now. So okay, here we go. So that's how. So that again, going back to that, that's how you can learn new chords. Like I said last week, but yeah, so same kind of deal. When it comes to this kind of thing. So and actually apologies about this little buzzing noise. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, folks. That's good. All right, folks. So I really apologize about if you hear any. If you guys hear like a buzzing type sound, unfortunately it is coming from my from my from my soundboard, because yeah. So there's nothing I can do. So hopefully, but we'll see. We'll just work for it for now. So if it sounds like an angry bee, it's not an angry bee. It's just coming from my soundboard. That's all. So my apologies for that, folks. But let's just power through as much as we can. Okay, so G7, right? So it looks like this, basically. And then yeah, so just keep strumming it. So do different strumming patterns to do that. So even if you want to do like a nice swinging pattern, for example, like. So that also works too. So, and then, but, yeah, actually, so someone on TikTok asked me to just do it a little bit slower. So yeah, here we go. So I'll bring back the diagram here for people on Twitch. There you go. So to people on TikTok as well. So if you take a look at this very quickly, so again, third finger. Ring finger on low E, this guy here, on the 3rd fret, and then second finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, and an index finger on the high E. You need that note. So each string should sound just like that. Right? And then what we'll do is that we will just keep strum it very slowly to get used to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then once you're used to it, pick up the pace again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just like that. And then once you get more used to, oh, by the way, thank you so much to Anime Memes for the donation on TikTok. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you're the donor of the night so far. Thank you. So once you get used to it, and then you want to pick up the pace more, strum it a little bit differently. So go 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that too. So yeah. Awesome. No, thank you so much, Crazy Gal on TikTok. I really appreciate that you enjoy what I'm doing. So yes. Okay, so I'm going to take down this diagram here on Twitch. Okay. So yes, folks, if you're hearing this little weird buzzing noise on Twitch, I really apologize. Again, the soundboard, it's just having a bit of a technical issue. So, but that's the only way I can plug, be able to plug in my guitar and the microphone at the same time, and make it and be able to hear on both sides of the speakers. So, my apologies to all the people on Twitch, but thank you so much for your patience. We're gonna power through as much as we can, despite the noise. Okay, so let's see, what else can we do now? Okay, so if you feel like the way I'm showing you G7 might be a little bit complicated, maybe it's too wide for your hands, for example, there is an easy way to play it. So what I do, I just put my index finger on that high E, right? And then you can actually just put it on, index finger on just that. And then you could strum from the G string only, just like that, right? This is so simple. It sounds just as good. So that's with all the fingers. But if you can't do that, use index finger. That's it. Just like that. Very simple. So you can still, it may not be as full sounding as the other way I showed you earlier, but at least with the index finger, you can still sounds good enough, right? So just like that. So there you go. So that is G7 that I showed you guys. So there's two ways to do it, right? So hopefully either way, hopefully that helps you guys. Okay, now our next chord to learn. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a diagram for this, and I figured you guys don't need a diagram for this one if you already know guitar. But I'm going to show you E7. E7 is actually not as hard as you think. So there's two ways you can do this, actually. There's actually two ways. So I'll show you the first way. So the first way that you can play an E7 is, okay, start off with putting your hands on E major first, okay? Like that. That's E major. So that, that's a regular sounding E chord, right? Now, what if we were to take the ring finger off? Just like that. Okay? Now give it a nice strum. Sounds a little more bluesy, right? That's because what you just did is that you created an E7. So the way the E7 that's how it is. It's just like, so the way that works, again, remove that ring finger. That's it. And then what you can do, just to make it sound a little spicy, mix it between the regular E and E7. Again, all it takes is just move your ring finger up and down. That's it. So just go up, off the string, on the string, off the string, on the string, off, on, off, on, off. Just like that. That's just like that. So if you want to sound a little bit more, more cool, rather than just an ordinary E, remove that ring finger. You got E7, just like that. And it's really cool, especially if you want to play some classic rock type stuff that has an E7. So that is one way to play E7. Now there is another way. You go like this. E major, okay? Going back to that again. And then what you can do is you can actually put your pinky and put it on the B string, okay? On the 3rd fret. Just like that. There, and that's all it takes. is just put your finger on there. Now, it may like move your, putting your finger on that third fret may move your fingers a little bit. That's totally fine. That's pretty normal for that to happen. It doesn't have to be entirely perfect, but But again, when you're playing those 7th chords like that, the main emphasis I want you to focus more on is that. So, for example, with the E7, as long as you hear that part, right, that note, that you got the 7th chord down. Just like that. And actually, believe it or not, that is the same chord that we use to play Born in the Bayou by CCR. So you would go like this. Just like that. I know it's not exactly perfect, but you get the idea. You get the idea when it comes to playing Born in the Bayou. So that's the second way how you can play an E7. So again, you can play this way without the ring finger, or play the other way, adding the pinky instead. There you go. 2 different ways to play E7. Okay. Hope you guys are ready for the next one. We are going to do a thing called A7. How do we do that? First, let's position ourselves to play A major. So that's A major, right? A regular good old-fashioned A major. But let's remove the finger that's on the G string 2nd fret. Remove that. So just like how I'm doing it right here, go like this. See that? So that's the fingers off. I'll show it to people on TikTok. So that my finger's on that for A major, but I'm going to remove this, that ring finger. It just lifted, right? So I'm going to give that a strum. Guess what? That's an A7. You guys just did an A7 just now. And just feel the difference too. Go, the way I play A is a little different than some of you guys, but I play like this. So finger on, finger off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And then you can strum however you want. So that's a good way to practice going back and forth between A major and A7. So hopefully that helps you guys. And then here's a nice little trick that you can do too. So I'll just grab A7 again. So if you want to practice A7 also, switch it from another regular chord. So say you want to do, let's just say E. Regular E major for now, right? So E major. And then A7, and then you just go back and forth, and then A7, E, A7, E, A7. Just like that. So that works just as well too. What else is there? Okay, now we're going to do another chord. You guys ready for this? We are actually going to do a minor 7. And this is what I'll show you today. An A minor 7. Now, how do we do that? Well, easy. So, play A minor first, okay? So, here's A minor. Right? So, how do I do A minor? Well, easy. All I gotta do is remove the ring finger that was on the G string 2nd fret. So just lift that, just like that, and give that a nice strum. A minor 7th. Easy. It's actually not as hard as you guys think. So, just like that. And again, just to get used to it, just strum it, give it one strum first. Right? So just keep doing that. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then same thing. Pick up the pace once you get used to it more. So. And then once you get more used to it, then do a different strumming pattern. Again, a nice comment from JC on TikTok saying, thanks for the content. You're welcome, JC. You are more than welcome to visit my channel anytime, and make sure you tell your friends and family about my channel. I really appreciate that. So, again, A minor 7, just strum it a bit differently. And then you can also do this. So once you get more advanced in your strumming, then yeah, you can just strum it like that, just to practice on that chord. So A minor 7 is actually not too bad, guys. And here's a nice little one you can practice with. Try to switch from C major to A7. Oh, sorry, A minor 7. So back to C, and then A minor 7. Go back and forth. All right, so exercise that a little bit to get used to it. And I was just showing this to one of my students earlier tonight, actually. So the little trick to do that is when you're switching from C to A minor 7, all it is just you're removing your ring finger from that C. So that's a C major chord, but then when you switch to A minor 7th, all you gotta do is just lift up that ring finger. That's it. Simple just like that. So very simple. I know some people are typing some questions already, so like I said, we will do Q&A later on after this discussion first, and then yeah. So there we go. Okay, so we learned A minor 7 just now. Now we're going to let's see, what else can I show you guys? Oh yeah, okay. So here's a tougher way to. Actually, no, hold on. I'll go into that later. The next one I want to show you guys is a D7. So D7 is a little bit different. So this is how I do it. I put, so this is how a D sounds like. A regular D, right? So that's D. But D7 is a little bit different. It's the finger placement is quite interesting. But what I do is I put my middle finger here, put it on the G string 2nd fret like this. Okay? Everyone on Twitch can see that. Everyone on TikTok can see that. Okay? And then what I do is I put my pinky right here, put it on the E string 2nd fret, same row, just like that. And then I just put my index finger on the B string on the 1st fret, just like that, and it sounds like this. So that's D7 right there. And again, you just start with the D string to strum it. So start from here, that D string, and you strum it like that. That's it. So again, single strum first, just to start things off to get used to that chord. So. And then after that, then just give it a nice different strumming pattern. Right, and just keep practicing that till you get used to it. And like I said from my last couple of podcasts here, again, when you learn a new chord, you want to memorize it. Put your fingers on the fretboard. Find the right string to be on and all that. And if you're right, then take your hand off. Well, actually, look at it first. Make sure you remember where it was. Take your hand off. Give it a few seconds, and then quiz yourself. Okay, I'm going to do D7. How do I do that? Okay. I figure out where my hands are. And then I'm going to give a nice strum. And if it sounds good, mission accomplished. And then just keep quizzing yourself each time. Yeah. So hopefully you find that very handy. So that's D7. So far, yeah. So we've learned, what was it? 2 ways of doing G7. So G7, one way is, or just like this. Hello, Ray on TikTok. Thanks for joining in too. So yeah, so there's one way. So one way of playing G7. The other way, much more easier way. And then there's E7. And the other way of playing E7. And then there's A7. And then A minor 7. And then there's D7. Oh, whoops. Haha, there you go. Just like that. Now, here's another way you can play a 7th chord, regardless what key it is. You can do it the bar chord way. I'll show you one bar chord way just for today, because I don't want to overload you guys with content, too much content. So, doing bar chords, you play it like this normally. So this is like, we'll just use G as an example. So, actually, you know what? Let's do F sharp. So let's do an F sharp bar chord. So it sounds like this, right? Regular F sharp bar chord sounds just like that. Now, in order to do a 7th bar chord, all you gotta do, so that's how you play it like this normally, like this. All you gotta do is just remove the pinky. And that's it. Simple as that. And then, you know, just go up a different fret and try different, you can do different bar chords, different keys. Go up one, another one, just like that. Another one. So regardless of which fretboard which you're on, which part of fret you're on, as long as you play your chords like that, the 7th chords like that, you can play any chord like that. That's F right there. So again, F sharp, G7, A flat 7, A7. So there you go. Those are some fine ways of how you can play 7th chords bar chord edition. Hopefully that helps you guys. Cool. Awesome. So even what you can do too, just to get used to these 7th chords, just practice them going back and forth each time. So try, so say for example, you do E7, and then you want to switch to A7, right? E7, A7, you know, take your time, right? Get used to it, and then again, same deal. And then, yeah, once you master it, then you're good to go, and you can play any song basically. Yeah, and then same deal too. Another way you can practice these 7th chords is basically just play a 12-bar blues. So this is how I usually like to do my 12-bar blues. My personal favorite one is you start with a 1. So okay, let's just do like the key of E major first, okay? So let's start with E7, and then A7, or as we call it, the quick 4. And then back to E7. You can switch back to even between, like, you know, E and E7. And then back to the 4, which is A7. Back to E7. And then you can do the bar chord version of B7. And then bar chord A7 if you want. So that's how you can practice your 7th chords too. Just play a fun 12-bar blues, and hopefully that'll get you used to it and everything. So yeah, same deal with A, and then D7 if you want, and back to A7, D7, A7. and then E7 because it's the 5 of A major, and then D7, and back to A7. Just like that. So, yeah, 12-bar blues, great way to practice your 7th chords. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much all I can show you guys just for today. You know, we'll definitely touch base more on other 7th chords down the road in the future. But you know, I just want to keep this day very simple. Just because I know you guys had a long day at work today. It's Monday, right? But you know, it's just cool to just be able to talk to you guys and pass on these different methods of practicing, you know, to you folks, because you guys have been so awesome for enjoying all the stuff I do on my channels. So yeah. Okay, so that is pretty much it. That will be my topic for today. Thank you so much, guys. And don't worry, guys. For those who may have just joined in, this will be posted on YouTube later today. And yeah, so it'll be right after this broadcast is over. And so I'll upload on YouTube after this is all done. And yeah, you can go to my YouTube channel on there. Okay, so now, guys, let me put my guitar down first. Hold on. Okay, so now we are open for open Q&A. We are open for Q&A this time. So I'm going to look at your guys' questions here. I know there was a few that were asked on TikTok, so I'm going to go scroll through that first. Okay. So Joel Eternal on TikTok asked, "Do I like the Ramones?" Absolutely. They're lots of fun. Their songs are really fun to learn, honestly. My cover band always plays "I Want to Be Sedated." I've once played "Hey Ho, Let's Go" on drums before, too. That was lots of fun. So, yeah. Love the Ramones. Punk legends for sure. Joey Charles asking, where am I from? Well, for those who don't know me, I'm actually from Vancouver, Canada. So West Coast, basically. Home of Michael Bublé, Carly Rae Jepsen, all those big stars from there. DOA, they're all from there, too. Skinny Puppy are from Vancouver also. Okay. Let's see. Looking at the... What am I using for equipment? So my acoustic guitar is a Wishbone guitar. It is a local Vancouver brand, believe it or not. So you won't get that anywhere else in other parts of the world. Wishbone is an exclusive Vancouver branded guitar that I'm so proud to own. I bought it from this really cool shop called Bone Rattle Music on a Commercial Drive area of Vancouver. So yeah, I'm really happy to have that. I've had this guitar now for probably almost a year. Probably it'll be a few more months and it'll be a year since I've had it. Thank you so much for the kind comments. I'm just looking at this on TikTok right now. Oh. Hunter Ray on TikTok's asking, can I name 3 songs that use the G, C, E minor, D chord? Let me take a look. Hold on. So it sounds like a G, 1, 4, 6, and 5. So that chord progression is obviously hit me with your best shot. If you did that in E major, yeah. So there you go. I have not heard. Someone's asking. Split Mac on TikTok's asking, have I heard of Lemon Boy? I have not. The Cave Town song. I've actually not heard that one, so I should look into that. I'm always open for song suggestions, guys. So please message me anytime on song ideas. I would love to listen to different kinds of music for sure. Oh, thank you so much for the kind comments, everybody. Everyone's asking, you know, like, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm doing great. It's good to see you guys and everything. So, yeah. What else can I share today? Oh, yes. So if you guys go to my YouTube channel, I released some content earlier today. Actually, no, sorry, not today. Last week. Sorry. Long day today. Last week, I actually released my cover of Blind Guardian's classic, the Bard song, In the Forest. So check it out. I was a sucker for medieval metal back in the day. Well, specifically Blind Guardian. A little bit of Manowar I didn't mind too, but Blind Guardian's got some really cool, catchy stuff that I could not resist. So yeah. Big thanks to Matthew on TikTok for the donation on my TikTok live. Thank you so much, man. Uh, who's asking this? Colton on TikTok's asking, do I know how to play slow dancing in a burning room, and can I do a tutorial on that? I'll have to look into that song and see if it's doable under 1 minute. I'll see what I can do. If not, if I can't do it under 1 minute, then who knows? Maybe I can do a tutorial on that on my podcast here. It could work. It could work. Thank you so much, Colton, for that suggestion. I really appreciate that. Awesome. So for those who just joined in, again, this is the open Q&A portion of my podcast. Of course, like I said, if you just missed it, you can definitely catch the replay on YouTube. I'll upload it later tonight. Hopefully by tonight, if not tomorrow morning, you can check it out. So, not so cash money on TikTok's asking, what instruments do I play besides guitar? Well, I'm also a piano player. Piano is actually my main instrument that I've mastered at. But rhythm guitar is, of course, this is something I teach on TikTok because it's easy. You know, guitars are portable. More people have that than pianos. So, yeah. I also play bass guitar as well. I play drums. I also played a little bit of alto sax for a while. Haven't done that in a while because, you know, I had no purpose to play sax in any projects right now. But I may want to get back into it again soon. Who knows? In high school band, I did play clarinet because during that time, that was the only instrument that was actually available that had a spot for me to because all the drums were taken already. All the other instruments that I wanted to do were all taken by a bunch of people. So clarinet was the only one available, but I don't regret it. I think it's a great experience in my personal opinion. Not so cash money's asking, can I play Through the Fire and Flames? I wish I could play Dragon Force, to be honest with you, but I'm not much of a shredder. Like I said, I'm more of a rhythm guitar kind of guy. But if I actually knew the chords to that Dragon Force song, you know, good rhythm guitar speaking, maybe I could give it a shot. Lauren on TikTok's asking, what's my favorite thing about myself? I am going to straight up say, I think I'm really proud to say that I am a bit of an outside-the-box kind of thinker, but I'm not going to be one of those, like, you know, really kooky guys that, you know, thinks of some, like, you know, really weird, bizarre type thing. I think I see myself as kind of the kind of guy that, you know, I like to generate some really cool ideas, but I also try to be realistic as I can to make sure these ideas are also doable, too, at the same time. And hopefully that makes sense to you guys because, you know, for me, like, if you guys don't know the type of person I am, my wife could tell you about it. I'm a mega planner type. I like to plan things ahead of time. There are some people who are not planners. I know some people like to, you know, spontaneously come up with something and they can probably get stuff done in a short matter of time because they're in the moment. And I totally get that. I could probably do that maybe depending what the idea is. If I could pull it off in just a short amount of time and I got nothing else going on, I probably could, but I always try not to make that a habit, you know. So for me, I'm the planner type of guy. I like to plan things carefully just to make sure it's, you know, I can execute it well. I have a good team of people that can help me make things happen, especially when it comes to things like, you know, putting on shows, recording, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Crazy Gal is asking what kind of drums do I own. I don't own a drum kit anymore, but the one I had before is I had these like Vista Light knockoffs, so they're like these like clear plastic looking drums basically. So it's like a see-through, but it wasn't Vista Light exactly. It's a knockoff brand called Star or something like that. So it was one of those no-name brands. But I've had that kit for quite some time, but I decided to get rid of it just because, you know, I didn't really want to play drums in a band anymore, just because it's just too much work for me personally. Yeah, so that's just me. I always prefer to be more of like a frontman kind of person when it comes to playing in bands and stuff. So I'm more of a lead vocalist kind of guy, but I wouldn't mind the occasional playing, say, you know, playing bass or playing keys for other bands, you know, just as a special guest. I could play drums as a special guest maybe, but then again, you know, for me, like, it's just really impossible to be able to find a time to actually play drums for different projects here and there because I've been so busy, right? What's next on the playlist? Let's see. What's next on my playlist? Well, honestly, it right now it's just some Christmas music. Actually, I should tell you this. So there's a really cool uh, cover that I took part in. It's an online collab of Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley, which is organized by a mentor of mine named Sammy Gowie, who has a YouTube channel called Fusion Presents, which is FUSION Presents, PRESENTS, Fusion Presents. It's all one word, so you can find it on there. And there's like myself and 11 different artists who've lent their vocal appearances and sang Blue Christmas together. It was great. So I would put that on your guys' playlist too if I were you. So yeah. Let's see. Crazy Gal's asking, does my wife play instruments? No, my wife actually is not a musician. She's not a musician at all. Although the only closest thing she ever did was that she actually took ukulele lessons several years ago, just for just for a few months. But she had a good time. But it's just not really her thing. It's just something she was just curious about. So yeah. But other than that, no, yeah, like my wife is the only non-musician I've actually ever been with. So yeah, because I've dated mainly musicians, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah. So, anyways, just looking more at the questions here. What's my favorite song to play? If you're talking about what I like playing right now, instrumentally speaking, I always enjoy some good old John Mellencamp for sure. That I do enjoy that, but of course some occasional emo stuff as well, like A Day to Remember's song if it means a lot to you. Can't go wrong with that one. It's a great one. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Derek says he's from Canada as well. Derek on TikTok. He says he's in Alberta. Hello, I got family in Alberta as well, but I'm actually from British Columbia, in Vancouver specifically. So, yes, hello to all my Canadian viewers out here. Yes, Crazy Gal 1964 is asking if she can subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is EddieLamMusic. Same username as my TikTok channel and same username as my Twitch here. It's EddieLamMusic, so you can find me on there. I'm really happy because the subscription numbers are going up in recent days. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys what I've been doing actually recently. Believe it or not, I've so some of you guys may cringe a little for the first bit here, but a friend of mine told me about this thing called Omegle. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's OMEGLE, if I spelled it correctly. But it's just like that old school thing called chat roulette. Remember how bad that was? Remember how it's like you go on there, set up your webcam, right, and then you just click on a button and it takes you to a random person. So chat roulette worked like that too. But chat roulette was so terrible because 90% of the time you get some really explicit content, which what I mean is that you see, say for example, somebody naked basically, and it's really terrible. It's really, really, really terrible. So that's why I could never touch that with a 10-foot pole. But then recently someone told me about Omegle, and then I discovered that, and it's just like chat roulette, except from my personal experience, the content explicit content has gone down a whole lot. But what I did do with that app recently was to, I actually hooked up my audio gear into my computer, and my tablet onto the into my soundboard, and played karaoke tracks through YouTube. And then I just sing along to it. So what I did was I used the Omegle website to entertain people by singing along with karaoke tracks. And people actually really did enjoy it, surprisingly. And so, of course, I get some occasional weirdos on there too. But regardless, the ones who really did enjoy what I was doing, we gave each other's social media info. So I told them about my TikTok and Instagram, and they followed me on there. And then I told them about my YouTube as well. So my numbers have gone up recently this week because of that. So I think it's great because I really want to do something different. I want to give people a much better experience with certain things, because like Omegle may have some really bad uh, explicit content on there too, because some people can be terrible that way. But for me, I want to use it to spread the power of music, obviously, and just perform in front of people, and and you're talking to people around the globe too, which is really great. That's what I enjoy about it so much. I think it's just the fact that it can get addicting if it's been a good experience for you, right? If you try to make it a good experience. Um, so that's what I've been doing with that. I had to, of course, take a break from it, just because like I don't want to over sing and lose my voice, right? I don't want to do that. So, yeah. Okay, so an important announcement, actually. So in case you don't have me on Instagram or Facebook yet, this coming Saturday on December 19th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, on Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to be going live, where I'm just going to be doing my usual piano live streams, but it'll be like a Christmas edition of it. So normally I do my live streams for piano playing on TikTok and Twitch, but this coming Saturday, it'll be exclusively on Instagram and Facebook. So if you haven't subscribed to those platforms yet, please do so if you want to check it out. And so Instagram username, same as my TikTok and Twitch, is EddieLamMusic. And same for my Facebook is EddieLamMusic also. That up, and I will stream from there also. So hopefully that will be a great experience for you guys this coming Saturday. Normally, I always put together locally a live Christmas concert that I do. My Christmas concerts that I've put on every year were inspired by Michael Bublé's Christmas specials on television. He always would have celebrity guest stars come in and sing songs with him and all that stuff. But one day I was watching that and I figured, hey, why don't I do something like that, except have local musicians in my hometown to be my guest stars instead. So I did that. And it's been lots of fun. I did it pretty much, I think, like 6 years in a row now. Well, not this year, obviously, because of the pandemic. But in lieu of my usual concerts, I decided to just put on a live stream for myself to entertain the people out there. And, actually, it is also the weekend before my birthday, too, because my birthday is actually close to Christmas, unfortunately. But, no, that's the way things are. That's life, right? But I'll be celebrating my birthday on that night also. So please come on in and all that. And if you have Instagram and Facebook, say hi to me in the chat room area of that. And yeah, just enjoy the music. Again, it's going to be the same deal. I will take requests on that night. And you can message me ahead of time. Or of course, on the spot, requests are always the most fun part. So if I sort of know the song, I will accept your challenge, and I will try my best to wing it without butchering it too much. We'll see how it goes. That's always the fun part. Even when I do my piano live streams here on Twitch and TikTok, it's always so much fun when someone gives me all these different requests, and if I sort of know, I will try to wing it. And, I had some butchering days, which is, of course, that's the whole point, is to see how much you guys can try to stump me. If you can stump me, then you guys have won. But sometimes I do some songs where I try to pull through it, but then it can be a bit of a fail. But that's the fun part about it. That's what these request nights are all about, right? So that's my announcement. So yeah, again, Facebook and Instagram. I am going live this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So whatever time zone you guys are at, if you're at a different time zone, just do the math or Google the math. So yeah. All right. Let me see if there's any more questions from people here. Nope, not yet. Okay. Well, I think that is pretty much all I will do today for questions. If there's no more questions on here, so yeah. If you guys have any other suggestions of what you want me to talk about music-wise on my podcast here for Music Talk Mondays, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram. Send me a message on send me a message on Instagram, and just let me know that you're one of my followers and you would like to hear a certain topic when I talk on my podcast on Mondays. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and we can go from there. I'm always open to suggestions, guys. I truly am. If you also want me to give my thoughts about certain topics too, I am totally okay with that. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So it's a nice short night tonight, guys. But I'm so glad to be doing this with you guys every week, where we talk about pop culture related stuff, or even like how I did for the last 3 podcasts, where I just talked about guitar tips. I really enjoy connecting with you guys through that. But in the meantime, guys, of course, for those who may not know about my TikTok channel, please join me on there. I have guitar tutorials on how to play easy songs. Nothing hard. Nothing complicated. Just simple chords that you can learn in just under 1 minute for a song. It's easy, and I will do my best to upload daily. Usually, I do upload that content on TikTok either every day, or I maybe once every other day. It all depends on my schedule, of course. But you guys are more than welcome to check it out and tell your friends and family about it, because I really believe that this can be very helpful for you guys to know that if you're ever bored one day and you want to be inspired to be a musician, then my tutorials can help you pick up a bunch of songs. So hopefully that helps you guys. Well, so before I go, again, I just want to say make sure you check out my website. It's EddieLamMusic.ca. That's my official website. I got Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all under EddieLamMusic. And if you want to donate to me, it's patreon.com/EddieLamMusic. So there's that. PayPal.me/EddieLamMusic. That's also my another way you can donate to me as well. And of course, whenever I do my TikTok lives, you can donate to me through there as well. So yeah. Well, that is it for me, folks. Again, it is a short night tonight, but I figured this is I want to keep it nice and simple, basically. Just to give you guys that time to process all the content I provided today. So that is about it. Well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. And to sign off, I always say this. Actually, Crazy Gals 1964 says, can the PayPal site? Okay, so again, my PayPal site is paypal.me/EddieLamMusic. So paypal.me/EddieLamMusic. So that's my PayPal site right there. Donate however much you want. There's no minimum requirement, so just however much you feel is helpful. By all means, regardless of how much you donate to me, I really appreciate the contribution. You guys are just so awesome. Actually, I should give a big shout to the best PayPal contributor so far, Alan C., all the way from Oregon. He has been the biggest donor so far, so thank you so much, Alan. Again, if you're watching this, you are awesome, dude. You are an amazing person. So with that being said, you always get the pat on the back. So yes, Alan, you are the champion, my friend. But to everybody else who has also donated as well previously, whether it be on TikTok or PayPal or wherever, again, thank you guys so much. You guys have been an amazing audience. You guys are truly amazing. So yeah, you will hear me guys compliment you guys quite often, because it is exactly how I feel about you guys. Like, you guys are very amazing, cool people. So, Siege.ca has donated on TikTok as well. Thank you so much, Siege. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Siege today, another amazing donor on TikTok as well. Of course, Anime Memes on TikTok is also donated on my on this live earlier as well. Siege, you are an amazing human being. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, CJ is not stopping quite yet. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. Sorry, I just got a comment from Iculus 78 on TikTok saying you rock. Well, you rock too, Iculus 78. You're an amazing person as well. Hope you're doing well. Awesome. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stick around just for a little bit. I know I said I was gonna sign out pretty soon, but you know what? I'll stick around for a little bit just to say hi to you guys. You guys have any more questions, comments, or whatever like it is? Please to type them up in the comment section below. Whether you guys are on Twitch or on TikTok, by all means, type away. What you got for me, guys? I'll wait around for a little bit. Oh, okay. Actually, while I'm waiting for you guys to type some more questions on TikTok or on Twitch or wherever, this is the pick I use, actually. This is a nylon .67 millimeter. You guys can see. I'm going to show the TikTokers first, but here you go. So that's the pick I use. Okay, and to those on Twitch, you get to see that too. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, so that's the pick I use here. It's actually like, it's not, it's light, but it's not like too light where it's like all flippity floppity, right? This is the perfect pick for me personally when it comes to playing both electric and acoustic. I use actually I'll show you the pick I use. I may have shown you guys this on my previous podcast here, but when I play bass, I use like kind of like these guys here. This is like a lot. This is pretty thick. If you look at this, are these Dunlop? Yes, these are Dunlop. The Dunlop Turtle right here. So this one is 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters. So this is actually a pretty thick pick. But I use this to play bass. So if I'm playing like some really heavy electric bass for heavy duty music or whatever, this is the one. This is my go-to guy for bass playing. I've seen some bigger picks than this, actually, like something bigger than this. And one of my buddies who I used to play with, actually, he had this one ginormous thick pick that he had, and he used to play bass. And I remember one time he was strumming that thing so hard, he actually broke a bass string from it. It is hilarious to see that now when I look back. But yeah, so that is my. But yes, but this one would be perfect for anyone that needs a pick to play bass guitar. So there we go. Oh, and I'll show you guys a little something too. So I got this from IKEA. This guy here. So what this is that this is a phone and or tablet holder. So the way it works, this is what I use to display my lyrics, actually. So let me hold this for you guys. So if I want to read lyrics as I'm playing, I just put this thing on here, and it leans like that. And actually, there's two sides. So you can lean it like. So this side is has a much narrower space here. You see that? So it's actually pretty narrow here. This one here is a little bit thicker, or sorry, not thicker, wider. So this space is a little bit more wider. So if you have like a thicker tablet, for example, but yeah, so those are a little bit more loosey, right? But I usually use this side for the tablet holder to read my lyrics when I'm playing. So I put that on here just like that, or you can do it like this. So this works just as well too. So either way, it's a very handy thing, and so it only cost me like $2 Canadian at IKEA. So very handy thing to have, honestly. Like, yeah, I always try my best to find some really good like tablet or phone holders, just because if I ever do things like podcasting like this to you guys or whatever through my mobile devices, then at least it's nice and stable and everything, instead of having to stack a bunch of books and then lean your tablet or phone against it and hope for the best. So yeah. All right, so I don't see any more questions or comments popping up right now on TikTok or Twitch. So I will conclude this live this podcast and just say thank you guys very much for tuning in. Again, I really appreciate it. So again, follow me on all my social media platforms. I mentioned it already. You can catch the replay of this podcast on YouTube. It's youtube.com/EddieLamMusic. So find it on there. So again, if you just missed today's lesson, which I was talking about how to play 7th chords, it's gonna be on there on YouTube. If not by tonight, hopefully by tomorrow, Tuesday morning, as we speak. So yeah. All right, guys, that is it for me. So I will sign off by saying, stay safe, stay in touch, and stay awesome. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care, and we will see you next Monday. Bye.